I always thought it was so smart of George to include a character that was so accessible to young people. You know, they might be inhibited by royalty. You know, they like the princess, but they can't relate. They like Han Solo, but he's a gambler and a scoundrel and a rogue and all those things. And there's a wizard that, again, is magical and scary characters like Darth Vader. But of all the characters, Luke was a simple farm boy. And the young people could relate to that. Like, oh, I could do that, or I would feel comfortable being around him. So I thought that was a really smart move. And I hope that if there's any lasting legacy of the character is the idea that you can accomplish anything you want if you believe in yourself and are selfless and willing to do what's right for the greater good. You know, he was a symbol of optimism, and I think that's probably the most satisfying aspect of the character. Well, I'm so glad Billy Dee is in the final installment because he deserves it. I thought anybody that's still around, no matter how prominent or obscure, should come back. I would love that, but especially Billy Dee, because we were unknowns when we were cast, and when they cast Billy Dee in Empire, he was like a big movie star. You know, we went, wow, you know, Lady Sings the Blues, and I won't go through his whole resume, but, you know, he's just the smoothest, you know, he's almost like an old school 1930s matinee idol. And he's just a really wonderful guy and fun to be around. And, you know, he saved my life in Empire, so I owe him that. Well, the theme of redemption is important, not just in Star Wars, but in life. I mean, no one's perfect. Jedis make mistakes, you know. I think that the Jedis aren't gods. They're people that are devoted to a higher power and doing what's right and what's good. But I think it's comforting for people to the idea that despite having done wrong, either intentionally or unintentionally, they're able to right those wrongs and be forgiven. You know, action speaks louder than words, and everybody deserves a second chance. Luke, obviously, that, you know, as you come into this new generation of characters, Luke's story has been told. It's their story, and he, like Jiminy Cricket or like Obi-Wan, is there to sort of guide and offer advice from his experience. And I'm sure, yes, absolutely, recognize that element of danger for Rey, and of course feeling guilt-ridden over his relationship with his nephew. So that's got to haunt him as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey You Guys!